Todd Bridges was born in 1965. He starred on Diff'rent Strokes when he was about 12, 13, 14 years old. I think he was about 13, 14 when he started Diff'rent Strokes. And he's a very friendly guy, nice guy. It's just that he's been through a lot. Like a lot of child actors, he had a very hard childhood. Um, he was in the Waltons. Then he started on Roots. He was in Roots, part 6 of Roots. And then he started Diff'rent Strokes. During his childhood, when he said he was about 12 years old, he was molested. During the time he started Diff'rent Strokes, he was molested by one of his uncles when he was 12 years old. He didn't have a father. He had a single mother. They struggled a little bit. He went to Hollywood. He made it. He was very smart, outgoing, funny kid. Um, he did Diff'rent Strokes from 1978 to 1986, which he played. He was Gary Coleman's. He was good friends with Gary Coleman for years, and and also he played Willis, the very angry, upset, confident, very outgoing, but very troubled teenager. His on this TV show, a white man adopts two black kids from Harlem, and he has to adjust to their culture, black culture. They're black kids. They think these young youths, their youth. Arnold and Willis are very troubled. They're kind of outspoken. They're kind of angry. They're upset. Their parents have passed. They don't have anybody in their life. They don't have any family. So as a white man, he has love for the two black kids in this very emotional show. Very good show. I love the show. I started watching Diff'rent Strokes in 2001, March of 2001. I was about 10 years old, and I saw they had like a whole week marathon of Diff'rent Strokes, and I watched every bit of it. I recorded every episode. It was on Nick at Night. The episodes were edited, but anyway, besides that, it was on Diff'rent Strokes, and I was hooked to it. And now, to this day, I have all the DVDs. I bought all 8 seasons on DVD. They're a very good show. Lasted 8 years, and we see Willis and Arnold grow up. We all know Gary Coleman had a disease what prevented his growth, so he only grew to be about 4'8", 4'7", 4'8". Willis had a growth spurt. He didn't have any problems with his body. He was healthy. He grew up to be about 6 feet tall, 5'11", 6 feet. When the show ended, his career ended too. He couldn't get jobs. He couldn't get work. He turned to drugs. He turned to a life of crime. He was arrested a couple times. Said he was going to spend life in prison, but he got paroled, and he only did maybe a couple months in jail. His mother kicked him out the house. He said he was harassed in California by cops. He kept getting pulled up by the cops. Somebody tried to hurt him. He actually had to call the cops on somebody who tried to, he's been through a lot. And he changed his life around. He had a drug problem, alcoholism. He got married to a white woman. He has a family now, and he's been sober for over 20 years now. He's had a hard life, but he actually made a book, Killing Willis to the Life I Always Wanted. Came out 10 years ago, a while ago, about 8 to 10 years ago. He made a book, autobiography of his life, and tells the whole story about what happened to him in his life. Very good book. And right now he was on Everybody Hates Chris. He did a couple episodes there, and right now he's doing pretty good. He's inspirational speaker. He does a couple of TV shows, movies. Right now he's living a good life. He's staying out of trouble, and that's pretty good. But that's pretty much it, Mr. J here. Peace.